Let's rewind and set the stage. Chennedy Carter lit up the court during her breakout season with the Chicago Sky, averaging an impressive 17.5 points per game. Numbers like that usually earn a player a shiny new contract, but not in Chicago. Instead, the Sky chose not to extend a qualifying offer, leaving fans scratching their heads. Was this just a cold business move? Or was something deeper brewing behind closed doors? To understand the full picture, we need to take a look at Carter's roller coaster ride through the WNBA. It all started with a suspension for conduct, detrimental to the team, during her time with the Atlanta Dream. That led to a trade to the Los Angeles Sparks, where her performance dipped and eventually she was released. She sat out an entire season before attempting a comeback in 2024, and that's when things really started to heat. The Chicago Sky handed Chennedy Carter a second shot, and she made the most of it. She was thriving, showing growth and consistency on the court. But just when it seemed like she'd finally found her rhythm, the Sky cut her loose. Think about it. You're dropping solid numbers and getting better by the game, and then you're shown the door like you forgot to do the dishes one too many times. Fans weren't buying it. Twitter, or X for the rebranded faithful, exploded with reactions. Hot takes, savage memes, and fiery threads spread faster than a ref handing out a tech. But here's where things got juicy. The real drama wasn't just online, it was brewing in the locker room. Behind Carter's standout performances, whispers of tension between her and both teammates and coaches started swirling. And just when the air couldn't get any thicker, Angel Reese poured gasoline on the fire. Hours after Carter's release, Reese dropped a cryptic post. No details, no names, just vibes. But the timing? Too perfect to ignore. Fans immediately began connecting the dots. It was like throwing a match into dry brush. The internet caught flames. And then Carter hit back, hard. She fired off a not-so-subtle post. I believe that being able to make layups on a regular basis elevates everyone to a higher level. Oof. If you blinked, you might have missed it, but anyone watching knew exactly who she meant. Reese's struggles at the rim are no secret, shooting just 42.4% from close range, the worst in the entire WNBA for a player her size. That wasn't a random shot. That was a sniper-level strike.
Wow. Her stat line is rough. Real rough.
Let's rewind for a second. Chennedy Carter wasn't done yet. She doubled down with another cryptic post. Not everyone deserves your loyalty. The internet lost it. Was she calling out the Chicago Sky front office? Throwing shade at Angel, Reese, or maybe both? Fans turned into amateur detectives, dissecting every word like it was a hidden clue in a thriller. At this point, it wasn't just about basketball anymore. It was personal. And here's the kicker. This beef between Reese and Carter didn't come out of nowhere. The tension had been brewing for a while, simmering just below the surface. Until now. Suddenly, it exploded in the most public, messiest way possible, on social media for the world to see. This wasn't a one-off spat. This was months of unresolved friction finally boiling over. And let's be real. This is the kind of drama fans live for. When elite athletes bring their off-court conflicts online, it creates a storm that's impossible to ignore. Whether you were Team Carter or Team Reese, one thing was crystal clear. This feud wasn't dying down anytime soon, and if you thought the online drama was wild, buckle up, because behind the scenes, it was even messier. According to multiple reports, the Chicago Sky locker room wasn't just tense, it was borderline toxic. Picture a behind-the-scenes reality show titled WNBA Coaches Uncut, with whispers of betrayal, favoritism, and secret agendas. At the center of it all, accusations that former head coach Teresa Weatherspoon and Angel Reese were playing favorites. Insiders alleged that game plans were being built around boosting Reese's stats, turning her into the star of the show, while sidelining key teammates like Carter, who felt reduced to supporting roles. And if that's true, it's no shocker that the team chemistry imploded. Nothing ignites locker room resentment faster than favoritism. When players feel overlooked or expendable, the bond breaks, and the drama writes itself. From strategic snubs to whispered alliances, the Chicago Sky weren't just battling a
minutes. 2 for 6 from the field. It's good to see that field goal percentage is not getting any better.
Despite being one of the Sky's top scorers, Chennedy Carter's presence off the court reportedly became polarizing. Some within the organization saw her as intense. Others labeled her as downright disruptive. Sources say that teammates even took their grievances to team management, frustrated by what they described as Carter's volatile energy. And rather than try to resolve the conflict, the Sky quietly pulled the plug. Just like that, Carter's time in Chicago was over, and potentially her WNBA career along with it. But let's be clear, Carter wasn't the only one who'd had enough. Former Sky guard Marina Mabre, now with the Connecticut Sun, threw a little shade of her own. In an interview, she praised the discipline and professionalism of her new team, clearly drawing a line between where she is now and the chaos she left behind. The subtext? Loud and clear. The Sky were a mess, and this wasn't an isolated incident. Chicago has seen multiple players exit under cloudy circumstances over the past few seasons. The whispers of long-standing dysfunction are growing louder. If this pattern continues, the Sky might find themselves in a dangerous spot, one where top-tier talent chooses to steer clear. After all, who wants to join a franchise that keeps making headlines for all the wrong reasons? If you've made it this far, you're clearly locked in. So take a second to hit that follow button. It's quick, it's free, and it helps us keep bringing you the WNBA news, drama, and deep dives you love. From behind-the-scenes tension to player glow-ups, we're your front-row seat to all the action. Now back to the big picture. This situation? It's not just a team meltdown. It's setting a precedent across the WNBA. Locker room friction, favoritism, and social media warfare. This is uncharted territory for the league. The fallout could reshape team dynamics, influence future contracts, and even affect where players choose to sign. So the question is, will the WNBA embrace the drama as part of the modern game, or clamp down to protect the sport's focus and integrity? The Chicago Sky are standing at a crossroads, a moment that could define not just the future of the franchise, but the careers of the players caught in this storm. This isn't just about rebuilding a roster. It's about rebuilding a culture. If the Sky don't clean up their internal mess and rebuild their image, they're in danger of becoming the team no one wants to touch. Free agents, rising stars, even established vets, they'll think twice before stepping into a locker room. That's been in the headlines for all the wrong reasons. As for Angel Reese, her next move could shape the rest of her career. The spotlight's already on her, but being a media darling is only part of the equation. If she wants to become one of the true faces of the WNBA, she'll need to elevate her leadership, silence the noise, and refine her game. Talent got her here, but maturity, teamwork, and consistency will decide if she stays at the top or fades out as just another headline. Then there's Chennedy Carter. She's got a golden opportunity to flip the script. She's already proving her dominance overseas, dropping buckets in China like it's light work. If she brings that same energy back to the W and lets her game do the talking, she could make